guys, welcome to the In the Game Room podcast. This is Alan. I am out in the shop doing one more episode of the Ultimate Workbench remodel project. As you can see, I have all of my paint racks installed here with the 5-inch risers and the optional drawer units. So I have two Vallejo racks here for the Vallejo Model Air paints, and then I have the brush and glue rack with its 5-inch riser and the drawer. And then I have two more Vallejo racks over here for the Model Color line of products, also of course with the 5-inch risers and the drawers. I have that Model Master rack that I was talking about in the last video just kind of stuffed over there in the corner for now. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with that yet, but that's where it's sitting right now. In addition to the racks and the risers and everything, I built a couple of small shelves right up here. And as long as I'm here, I think you can see that there is a LED strip on the bottom of that shelf up there. It goes all the way across over there. And then there's also another LED strip on the bottom of that shelf there. That just helps give a little bit more light to this area here. So I have those, like I said, those three shelves there. They're about 2.5, 3 inches deep, I think, which is just about perfect for the bottles that are up on there right now. And then there's one more small shelf here that the polyscale paints and a couple other things are on. And that's my dog barking, or one of them. These two little clamp lights you see here, I just bought these tonight up at Walmart. I think they were around $10 or $11. And they're LEDs, and quite frankly, they're shit. They don't put out very much light at all. But I guess, I mean, any light is good light, so I mean, I'm going to leave them there for now. But they really, let me see if I can, I mean, on the video, they probably look like they're putting out some light. But if I get way back here and turn them off, you really don't see much difference. When I hit this switch, it turns off those and the LED strip lights that I put underneath the shelves. That's actually all you really see a big difference, is those LED strip lights under the shelves. These two clamp-on lights here, turning them off and on doesn't really make a big difference. But I got them. They're there. They do something. So I'm going to go ahead and leave them there for now, and I'll probably replace them with something a little stronger. I also bought this little cutting mat here. Unfortunately, it was 12 inches by 12 inches, and these glass plates here are 10 inches wide. So I didn't want it hanging off the back side, so I cut it down to 10 inches. So that's just that's going to work out fine there. So you can see here, I mean, one of the main points of getting these paint racks up off the table was that I can store all of the projects I'm working on and some tools, underneath. And I have these little boxes here. I can pull this out, and I have, whatever project it is I'm working on, and when I'm done working on it, I can get it back out of the way. And those are stackable, which I probably won't stack them, because once you start doing that, then you lose track of what's in them and everything. So I've got some of my 1, 2, 3 blocks and a few other things, calipers and things over there. So all this stuff that used to be just, laying out all over the bench is now put away. It's still very accessible, very viewable. I can see where everything is, but it's not out in my way. I've got all of this real estate back now that I can use to work on projects. While I'm over here, there's the toolbox that I talked about in the last video. I did decide that I am going to just leave it there. I haven't done anything with it yet as far as cleaning out the drawers. It's all completely full of machinist tools, end mills, and lathe tools and things like that, which I don't really need in this shop, so I'm probably just going to box them up, put them away somewhere. But I think I am going to leave the toolbox there. I like it there. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm kind of done for the moment with this bit over here. It's, of course, any workbench is a never-ending project. It's going to keep changing over time, but for the moment, it's clean, it's organized. I can work here, and I can get back to work on things that I want to work on. So The paint booth here, I don't think anything's going to happen with the paint booth. These bottles over here probably need a better home, so they're not always sitting in the paint booth, but I'll figure that out. And then we'll work on this disaster over here next. It's a very small bench, but it's just become a place to store shit, so we're going to take care of that. Well, I think what I've done so far has turned out pretty nice. I don't think I forgot to mention anything. Got the LED lights, the strip lights. Yeah, so it's ready to go. So I can get back to work and get some things done now. I've got a few holes here in the Vallejo paint line that I need to fill. I need to buy some paints to fill in the ones that I'm missing. When I bought my Vallejo paints, both the Model Color and the Model Air, I bought those big suitcase style things that have, you know, 100 or whatever it is, a lot. Maybe it was 70 something, I don't know. Whatever it was, it's just kind of a random sampling that they think are the most important ones. But there are some sort of holes in the line that I need to fill. Oh, the other thing, these drawers, I've got them all, you know, marked with what's in them. There's all carving and scribing tools, files, pretty self-explanatory, X-Actos and scalpels, forceps and clamps, well, just forceps for now. Every kind of tweezer you can imagine over here, sanding blocks and sanding tools, my pipettes or pipettes or whatever they're called, I don't know what they're called, but they're for mixing paint and stuff, and then a couple of pliers and cutters. I have a whole rack on the wall way back over here of different pliers and cutters and stuff, but then I have a couple that I'm, you know, always using, so they're always right here. And then the syringes for applying paint to the windows on the 285th scale buildings. So, like I said, I'm happy with the way it's turning out. It's definitely a better place to work now, and now I want to work more, so that's a good thing. However, at this exact moment, the temperature out here is in the low 30s, which I know in some places in America that's not a big deal, but this is California, so that's really, really cold. So I'm not going to be out here much longer. I'm going to go inside and post this video online for you guys and do a little computer work tonight inside where it's warm. So that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Everybody keep on gaming and keep on organizing your workbenches. It really makes a big difference. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.